The Gulf Coast Center is celebrating 55 years of helping the community with mental health challenges, and tonight they're going to be celebrating with a bang. I'm going to be there to host their October Gala and help the center grow in Galveston and Brazoria counties. So joining me now to explain why this is so critical, Chief Executive Officer Felicia Jeffery and Board of Trustees Chair Jamie Travis. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming all the way into the studio. We love having you here. So first, Jamie, if you want to explain, what is the Gulf Coast Center?
The Gulf Coast Center is the community center that serves Brazoria and Galveston counties. We're also the local mental health authority and the local IDD authority. IDD is intellectual and developmental disabilities, formerly mental retardation. And the state of Texas has 39 community centers that cover the state. The Harris Center is the one that covers Harris County. We cover Brazoria and Galveston counties. Yeah. And we serve our most vulnerable population, those with behavioral and health needs and intellectual and developmental disabilities.
So just to also help summarize, you work with veterans, you probably work with local EMS about how to deal with crisis situations, and you also have a hotline for people in a crisis, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So Felicia, tell me why it's so important to continue, developing the center in Galveston and Brazoria counties.
Yeah, sure. So right now we're experiencing a mental health, opioid crisis, and an intellectual and developmental disabilities crisis.
That's right.
In Texas.
Right.
And so Gulf Coast Center is poised to expand upon and provide needs for those vulnerable populations. At the gala tonight, we'll be honoring State Representative Dr. Greg Bonin for procuring $8 million in this last legislative session to bring a mental health wellness center to the Galveston County. Galveston County will also is funding that through their dollars, so they're constructing the facility. So you hear a lot about the mental health crisis and the opioid crisis, but what you don't hear a lot about is the intellectual and developmental disabilities crisis. And so Jamie and I have been working tirelessly to bring awareness to that.
And what would that exactly help? Like what the money tonight that's raised, what is it going to go to? Is it going to go towards just expanding the facility or just expanding the resources and services that you can provide?
It's going to go towards expanding all services for behavioral and health needs as well as intellectual and developmental disabilities. And the reason that I'm an advocate for the community center is because I'm a parent. And my daughter Christy passed away in 2022 at the age of 42, and she was a recipient of the Community Center of Care. And the crisis that Felicia was referring to is intellectual and developmental disabilities are receiving a lack of funding from the state level. And that's in the, for pay increases. Our community direct care workers are now receiving only $10.60 per hour. And we also have a lack of additional HCS slots. And those are the slots that keep individuals in their home and in their community, like my daughter Christy. Currently, there are 122,000 Texans waiting for HCS services.
Yeah. And so how does the increase in pay negatively impact people? I mean, you mentioned not being able to stay in their homes, and I'm very sorry to hear about Christy, by the way.
So the individuals that we hire to care for our loved ones are only being paid $10, which means that we're not getting the best level of care, number one. Number two, we can't find individuals to serve in the community because they can make more money working at the local convenience store. So we are at a crisis just finding individuals and then finding qualified individuals, because these are the people that are going to feed, care, clothe, bathe, diaper. They're responsible for the health and safety of our most vulnerable individuals.
Yeah, and people might have the heart to do that, but they don't get financially reimbursed if they go in this career path.
They have to feed their families too.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And so if people are hearing this now, and I know it's too late to participate in the gala, but what are other ways that they can participate or maybe donate to you guys?
Yes, we have you can go to our website, or you can donate at the gala tonight.
Yeah, and so we'll put that information also up on click2houston.com so that people can help you out. Tell me, what else do you want the community to know about the Gulf Coast Center?
That we need help, that we need you to urge your state agency and your state legislators to fund community services, to increase the pay wages for community direct care workers, and also to fund additional HCS slots.
Yeah. People hear a lot about needing to increase funding for a lot of different things, but this is something that can really apply to anyone at any time. And you being a parent, you understand that these resources aren't just there for the person in crisis, but for the family who might need to reach out and say, where do I start? We're in trouble and we need help, and where do I start? And it doesn't always have to be at the point of crisis. You can call before it gets to the point of crisis and get that help you need to, direct you in the right way.
Yes.
Correct.
All right. Well, Felicia and Jamie, thanks so much for coming in from the Gulf Coast Center. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight, and hopefully more people are aware of the good work that you guys are doing in Galveston and Brazoria.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.